A few days ago, Chuck Norris went on a vacation to the afterlife, giving death a near-Chuck experience. Though we expect him to raise from the dead eventually, here is 50 Chuck Norris jokes in honor of his great achievements thus far. Chuck Norris doesn't read books. He stares them down until he gets the information he wants. Time waits for no man, unless that man is Chuck Norris. If you spell Chuck Norris in Scrabble, you win. Forever. Chuck Norris breathes air 5 times a day. The flu gets a Chuck Norris shot every year. In the beginning, there was nothing. Then Chuck Norris roundhouse kicked nothing and told it to get a job. When God said, "Let there be light," Chuck Norris said, "Say please." Chuck Norris has a mug of nails instead of coffee in the morning. If Chuck Norris were to travel to an alternate dimension in which there was another Chuck Norris, and they both fought, they would both win. The dinosaurs looked at Chuck Norris the wrong way once. You know what happened to them. Chuck Norris's tears cure cancer. Too bad he has never cried. Chuck Norris once roundhouse kicked somebody so hard that his foot broke the speed of light. If you ask Chuck Norris what time it is, he will always say, 2 seconds till. After you ask, 2 seconds till what? He roundhouse kicks you in the face. Chuck Norris appeared in the Street Fighter II video game, but he was removed by beta testers because every button made him roundhouse kick. When he was asked about this glitch, he replied, "That's no glitch." Since 1940, the year Chuck Norris was born, roundhouse kick-related deaths have increased 13,000%. Chuck Norris does not own a stove, oven, or microwave, because revenge is a dish best served cold. Chuck Norris does not sleep, he waits. There is no chin behind Chuck Norris's beard, there's only another fist. The chief export of Chuck Norris is pain. Chuck Norris recently had the idea to sell his pee as a canned beverage. It's now called Red Bull. If paper beats rock, rock beats scissors, and scissors beats paper, what beats all three at the same time? Chuck Norris. On the 7th day, God rested. Chuck Norris took over. Chuck Norris can dribble a bowling ball. Chuck Norris drinks napalm to fight his heartburn. Chuck Norris's roundhouse kick is so powerful, it can be seen from outer space by the naked eye. If you want a list of Chuck Norris's enemies, just check the extinct species list. Chuck Norris has never blinked in his entire life. Never. Chuck Norris once shot an enemy plane down with his finger by yelling, "Bang!" Chuck Norris does not use a spell check. If he happens to misspell a word, Oxford will change the spelling. Some kids pee their name in the snow. Chuck Norris can pee his name into concrete. Chuck Norris's calendar goes straight from March 31st to April 2nd, because no one fools Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris counted to infinity. Twice. Chuck Norris can speak in Braille. Chuck Norris can have both feet on the ground and kick butt at the same time. Chuck Norris can do a wheelie on a unicycle. Chuck Norris stands faster than anyone can run. Once a cobra bit Chuck Norris's leg. After 5 days of excruciating pain, the cobra died. Chuck Norris can win a game of Connect 4 in 3 moves. Champions are the breakfast of Chuck Norris. When the boogeyman goes to sleep every night, he checks his closet for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris can slam revolving doors. Chuck Norris does not hunt because the word hunting implies the possibility of failure. Chuck Norris goes killing. The dark is afraid of Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris can kill 2 stones with 1 bird. Chuck Norris can play the violin with a piano. Chuck Norris makes onions cry. Death once had a near Chuck Norris experience. When Chuck Norris writes, he makes paper bleed. Chuck Norris can strangle you with a cordless phone. Chuck Norris never retreats. He just attacks in the opposite direction. Chuck Norris can build a snowman out of rain. I think that's it. Yeah, that's 50. Future Anthony here. Yes, that was 50. And in fact, I edited all of it. The amount of spaces I had to just delete because you took like 10 seconds to move to the next joke. Unbearable. Also, fun fact, did you know 100% of my viewers are unsubscribed? Do I have to elaborate? I feel like you kind of... You know what that means, right? I'm sure you've heard enough people say stuff like this. Just do it. Chuck Norris once shot an enemy plane down with his finger by yelling, "Bang!" That just sounds like a putas pow. Wait, does that mean Chuck Norris was the original heavy? The 10th class? We found the 10th class! Some kids pee their name in the snow. Chuck Norris can pee his name into concrete. Chuck Norris can do a wheelie on a unicycle. Excuse me, what?